Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Craig with More Horsemanship. I want to show you guys how I get my horses where say they're a green colt like this one. I want to be able to wave my flag, my training flag. I want to be able to swing a rope and crack a whip from their back. And so today we have Noel. We just have a handful of rides on her. She is riding out in the arena, and I think she'll be a good one to show because I think she's going to be a little reactive to it. So I'm just going to get started. I'm going to ride over here to my fence. I've normally got my stuff on the fence. And this helps me too to get them off my leg if they don't want to get up next to the fence. So right here I'll use my left leg. Good. A little more left leg. Good. So she's already kind of trying to side pass a little bit. Now I'll be a little short on my left rein here in case she gets bothered. Grab this flag and take it behind her. Go back up a little bit. So now it's up behind me. Now I've got a short left rein. I take my flag here and I'll start to turn her a little bit so she can understand this. Good. Now I've waved this around her from the ground. And sometimes I'll touch her butt a little bit. They don't really like that, so I'll just pet them with it here and there. Good. As they get better, I'll bring it down lower, down to the ground. Sometimes I'll drag it on the ground for a second or two. Cool. That was pretty good. I will admit this is her second time doing it. I didn't expect it to go that good because she's a little watchier, but I didn't want to do it on the first time because it takes a little longer. So now I ride her back over here and put this away and grab my rope. One thing you want to be real careful of, or I'm careful of, oh shit, knocking my sunglasses out. I'm real careful of, I don't lean out. I'll reach out and sit in the middle, but I try not to lean out. If I gotta lean out, I bring my chest down more than out. And if I have to boycott mission, I will drop this rope and stay with my horse and not fall off holding onto this rope. So, when I grab my rope, I normally haven't swung this from the ground. So this is maybe more of a test than it is just doing something I've done from the ground. There's two types of people generally. Ones that won't do anything from their horse they haven't done from the ground, and ones that don't do anything from the ground that they can get done from their back. And so I get that left rein short again. I always like to start at a standstill, then I'll move them and I'll swing it while going. The next piece I like to put it around their butt. And I just keep that left rein short so if they get bothered I can bend them around, get their hind end. If you can get their hind end, you're normally okay. Now I'll take it off and swing it again. So most important thing for me before I get on is make sure I got control of that hind end. But see there, she gets a little startled, but I don't pull on her because I don't need to. And I might make a monster out of a molehill if I start pulling on her too soon. Good. Now at this stage, she's pretty good. I'll throw it, bring it in, flip it up, flip it around her front legs, around her back legs. Now she knows I'm in control of her hind end. That's why she's handling this so well. So that's why you hear a lot of colt starters talk about how important it is to be in control of that hind end so that you can stop them from bucking or running off. Good. Now I'll ride back over to the fence, put my rope away, and I'll grab my whip. I was hoping she'd be a little worse, but she's not. She's actually doing pretty good. Work on that left leg. Good. Same strategy here. I'm going to go with my horse if she leaves. If I got to drop the rope on the ground, I will. And I grab my whip. Now a lot of this stuff I have done from the ground, but some I haven't. If I'm worried about one really running off or bucking me off, I'll get it pretty good from the ground. But something we all tend to do a lot from the ground is throw ropes around their legs. So I like to do that once I'm up here because it's a lesson they know. See how she's a little bothered by the hind end? Good. Now, shorten that left rein. Good. This is another one. If I get it good at the walk, then it's pretty good, if I get this good at the standstill, it gets pretty good at the walk. So since she's already done it one day at the standstill, I'll go ahead and walk her today. Ask her to go. If she doesn't go, I'll just direct her with that left rein. Good. So they can freeze up at the standstill and not be very good. So that's why I like to get it good at the walk. So we did this with her on her third ride here. She'd had a few rides before we got her, but we did it I think on her third ride. And it helps you know when you ride out of the round pen that you can control them if stuff goes sideways. If there's a noise, like this one. If there's something flappy, if your shirt moves. I wear a wild rag a lot. If that flaps and they see it, just like when I'm waving that flag, I want to know I can bend them around, get their hind end, and go off again. That's how they get good, is we support them with our rein, move that hind end over, soften them. So that's why I'm not saying she's perfect today, but I like that I can control her, and then we can keep doing this and get her better and better. I'm not saying to do this. I'm just showing you how I do it. You can do it however you want. There's just so much we get out of this having control of the hind end as a colt starter. So hopefully that helps some of you guys, and if it's still Thanksgiving there, happy Thanksgiving to you.